actually how we need to stop putting out fires.
We're putting out too many fires today in education.
What does that mean? When you say we're putting out too many fires?
So basically our response to misbehavior has been all about going in and reacting to a problem. We are called every day, multiple times a day, and instead of creating a proactive approach, we go in, we respond, we don't solve anything. It runs people down, wears people out. We need to create a proactive response to misbehavior. It's about teacher retention, it's about putting students first, and it's about student achievement.
Yeah. Well, when you say reaction or reactive, what does that mean, reactive? Like, what does that mean?
So what I've seen in my years of education is that you wait and wait and wait for a large misbehavior or problem to occur, and when that problem occurs, you call the office, you get the student, you kick them out.
So if I say my student is being loud and obnoxious, that's it? Or are they like a substantial disruption, right? We hear, we're not going to remove a student unless it's a substantial disruption. Well, what is a substantial disruption?
So subjective. It's so subjective. It's subjective because of the teacher. It's subjective because of the classroom. It's subjective because of the grade level. It's totally subjective, right? So what happens is we respond.
Right.
We respond to misbehavior.
Because if we don't respond, we're not supporting.
We're not supporting, right? Instead, we're not supporting. The teachers can't teach. No one can learn. And we talk a lot about rewarding that bad behavior.
Good job rewarding that bad behavior. That student just disrupted my class. Thank you for giving them a Skittle.
Thanks for taking them on a break.
Thank for
rewarding bad behavior. Right? So instead, when you start to talk about being proactive, you talk about positive plans that create a system of support that have high structure and high support that creates success for students. So we get ahead of the problem.
Right.
We stop responding.
You're playing ahead of the game.
Playing ahead of the game. Instead of responding to the misbehavior, we start to react, not to the misbehavior, but to the very first instance and create a proactive plan.
Yeah. So I think that's important that you just said we're reacting not to the behavior, but to the plan.
Yes.
That's important. So what does that look like? Then if I'm a teacher, my student is disrupting. What does that look like when I'm not going to react to the behavior, but I'm going to react to the plan?
Well, you have to stay calm, you have to stay neutral, and you have to stay consistent. You have to know that there's a team of support that have a plan in place with a whole system that's set up for success, but you can't respond to what's happening in the moment.
Right. So if you're saying you can't respond to what's happening in the moment, what would that look like if you're responding to the moment versus responding to the plan?
Well, what we see, what
Does
it
that
looks
make
like,
sense?
yeah, I mean, what it looks like is it's reacting and it's escalating yourself.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Teachers today get escalated because of misbehavior because they don't feel like there's a solid plan in place. So our system not only creates a plan, but it creates a structure and it helps empower teachers and students so that everyone feels success.
Right.
Right. We didn't start the fire. We do respond to it, but what we want to do is get ahead of it.
Yeah, it's really